The federal government is changing the way it evaluates drug prices in an effort to shield against high-priced pharmaceuticals. They say the plan will save Canadians billions over the next 10 years. The CBC's Ashley Burke joins me now with the details. Thank you very much for your time today, Ashley. How is this change? How does it work?
Well, Canada has some of the highest drug prices in the world. And so for the first time in 3 decades, Health Canada is going to be changing its regulations, updating them so that basically it can have more power to put a cap on some of those prices. Basically say to pharmaceutical companies, no, that's too excessive. And the way they're going to be doing that, they're just making 2 big changes. But one of them is that starting next summer, they're not going to be turning in a comparison and comparing Canada's prices to the US and to Switzerland, because they have some of the highest prices in the world. They're going to be turning to other countries like Australia and Japan, are the new ones added to the list, to decide what is the cap, what is too excessive for drug companies to say to Canadians, you have to pay this for a patent medication. And I should add, this is for only new drugs, new patented drugs, nothing that already has a DIN number that's on the shelves right now. And the second thing that they're going to be doing that's new is drug companies are going to be forced to disclose the actual true market price of medications. So they'll finally know exactly what rebates are being added in. And Canada's Health Minister, Jeanette Petitbot-Taylor, we spoke to today, and she talked about how this is a huge step forward, kind of the first step they actually would need to tackle moving forward towards pharmacare. And she says it would save about $13 billion over 10 years. Just take a listen to what she has to say.
We're making some huge regulatory changes, changes that have not been done in over 3 decades, a whole generation. At the end of the day, it's making sure that prescription medication is affordable and that industry is not charging amounts that are not appropriate.
Okay, so how are people reacting?
Well, you know, one person I spoke to today that, you know, he spends $5,000 a year on insulin, which obviously is not as much in the U.S. It's much more expensive in the U.S. He says there's hope if a new patent comes out that it would be cheaper for him. But when you talk to the drug industry, not everyone's celebrating. I spoke to one association today that said basically they have concerns that this could impact any sort of future innovation, new medicines coming to Canada. Take a listen to that.
These companies that are global companies are going to start making decisions as to where they will be launching their new medicines, where they will support clinical trials, where they will invest in research and development. And if the business model is not conducive to all of those things, we're very concerned that Canada will get the short end of the stick. So that access by Canadians to new medicines is very much in jeopardy.
Canada's health minister says she's not surprised to hear statements like that today. However, they've turned to Belgium. They've got prices that are 20% lower for these patented medications, and they haven't seen that happen. A university professor we also spoke to who specializes in pharmaceutical policy said he doesn't see that happening either. The amount of money that companies are spending on research and development in Canada has already been going down, and you probably want to know about the politics of all this as well. The Conservatives came out afterwards and said they shared the similar concerns about what this means for clinical trials, for research and development. And NDP's MP Guy Caron also came out today and said, look, this looks like a stall tactic. And they waited 2 years and 1 month before the election to announce this. He says it's simply politics.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Ashley.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Vashi Capellos, host of Power in Politics. See more of our show by subscribing to the CBC News channel or click the link for another video. Thanks for watching.